Hi, you guys. Welcome back for our daily practice questions. It is day 290, and as always, I like to first start with my introduction and disclaimer before getting started with our questions for today. So, for those of you who are familiar with me, hey, y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock, a family nurse practitioner and the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. I provide resources, tools, review courses, review videos, review books, digital flashcards, Q banks, one on one sessions, and more to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with success on their boards as well as in practice. I've been doing this since 2015, assisting nurses and nurse practitioners internationally with exam success. But y'all know my disclaimer and reminder is that we know there's no absolutes in medicine. We treat on a patient by patient basis, and any of the questions that you see here, I have designed and created based on the current guidelines that are being tested on the ANCC as well as AANP exam. Now, any of my videos where I'm teaching on things that we currently do in practice, I will always say that so there's no confusion. So, with that being said, let's get into question number one for today. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're not missing any of my videos. And if you would like to gain access to my MP Test Success Toolkit, it is free and linked in the description. My website is also linked in the description and houses all the resources that I offer. And as always, I like to direct you to my business profile by simply going to Google and searching The Nursing Studio. It'll bring you here where you'll find my contact telephone number, link to my website, and testimonials from previous review students. Also, if you're looking to gain access and join us for the upcoming 5-week intensive review, class starts on Monday, October 20th. Enrollment ends on this Friday, which is tomorrow. I have a couple of spaces available. If you're looking to join, the link is in the description. This is the final one for this year. All right, y'all. Question number one. Question number one states a 58-year-old woman presents with fatigue and memory problems and numbness in her hands. She is a long term vegetarian. Her lab shows a hemoglobin of 9.6, MCV of 116, retic count is low, and peripheral smear shows hypersegmented neutrophils. What is the most likely diagnosis? Is it A, folate deficiency anemia? Is it B, iron deficiency anemia? Is it C, vitamin B12 deficiency anemia? Or is it D, anemia of chronic disease? Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments, y'all. All right, and I always recommend reading the stem of the question first, as it allows you to slow down to ensure you're answering what is even being asked of you. So here, the stem of the question states, what is the most likely diagnosis? And as I always tell y'all, if they're looking for a diagnosis, we got to run it back and look at the assessment findings. So we have a 58-year-old female. She comes in, fatigue, memory problems, numbness in her hands. She's a long-term vegetarian. Presentation alone should start to make you think, hey, potentially B12 deficiency anemia, right? B12 causes numbness, tingling, neurologic deficits. A lot of times, vegans and vegetarians have issues with uh, vitamin B deficiencies based off of their diet, right? But let's look at the labs. Hemoglobin is low at 9.6, confirming anemia. The MCV is macrocytic, is greater than 100, so we know it's macrocytic. Remembering the two that fall in that macrocytic range, which is your folate deficiency anemia and your B12 deficiency anemia. Based on the patient's presentation and labs, the best answer is C, vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. All right, question number two. A 64-year-old man presents with fatigue and a smooth, sore tongue. He reports tingling in his feet and difficulty walking. Lab shows a hemoglobin of 10, MCV is 112, vitamin B12 is low, folate is normal. Which of the following is the most likely underlying cause? Is it A, alcohol abuse? Is it B, pernicious anemia? Is it C, iron deficiency? Or is it D, folate deficiency? Take a moment and tell me what you got, y'all. All right, and stem of the question here. Which of the following is the most likely underlying cause? Still asking for a source, diagnosis, etc. What is causing these symptoms, the presentation? So you still want to run it back and look at the assessment findings, right? Just because they ask the question, the stem, differently, like I tell you with treatment, just because they say the next step in management, it's still a treatment question. So still walk through the way that I go over all the time. So just because they say an underlying cause, the diagnosis is typically the underlying cause, right? The source to this thing. So still run it back and look at your assessment findings. So this patient is 25, a 64-year-old man with fatigue, smooth sore tongue. He reports tingling in his feet, difficulty walking. Again, classic presentation of vitamin B12 deficiency. Hemoglobin is low, MCV is elevated, so macrocytic vitamin B12 is low. This confirms vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. So your best answer is B, pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia, vitamin B12, same things. Don't let change of terminology trip you up. And then lastly, question number 3, a 45-year-old female with newly diagnosed vitamin B12 deficiency is being managed in an outpatient family practice clinic. She has no evidence of malabsorption and can tolerate oral medications. What is the most appropriate initial outpatient treatment? Is it A, vitamin B12, 1,000 micrograms IM daily for 1 week? Is it B, vitamin B12, 1,000 micrograms orally daily? Is it C, folic acid 1 milligram orally daily? Or is it D, iron sulfate 325 milligrams orally daily? Take a moment and tell me what you got. All right, and stem of the question, what is the most appropriate initial outpatient treatment? So, when they're looking for a treatment, we run it back to look to see if they provided us with a diagnosis. If they have not provided us with a diagnosis, then we have to take it back a step further and look at the assessment finding. Here we have a diagnosis. This patient has newly been diagnosed with vitamin B12 deficiency. So, how do we treat this? Your best answer is B. We want to give B12 1,000 micrograms daily, okay? That is the treatment. Most commonly, they'll have to take this for life. So we don't want to just give them the injections for 1 week. We typically reserve that for people who have malabsorption issues and have to continuously give it this way. But B is your standard first line therapy for vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. All right, y'all. I hope you found this helpful. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with whoever you may think may find this beneficial as well. But y'all know what to do. Y'all make sure y'all meet me back here. And if you need any other resources that I do offer, feel free to reach out to the nursing studio. You can give us a call, shoot us a text message, or shoot us an email. And as always, everything that I do offer is linked in the bio of this channel, as well as my website is linked in the description of this video. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Y'all make sure y'all meet me back here. Happy studying. Bye, y'all.